Week 5 academic support is all about solving multi-step equations. So you will notice there are notes over here to the side. You may want to hit pause and write them down. But step 1 starts with circling the letter and all that is attached and draw a line at the equal sign. So when I look at number 1, that fraction bar makes everything attached to that x. So when I circle what I'm solving for, I end up circling all of it, which means I have to multiply in order to get rid of the fraction first. Multiply that side by 9, multiply that side by 9. 9 divided by 9 gives me 1, which is why I'm left with 6 plus x. 2 times 9 is 18. Now when I circle what I'm solving for, that 6 is no longer involved. How do I get rid of the positive 6? I subtract it from both sides, just like my notes tell me to do. Once I circle what I'm solving for, I add or subtract to move everything that's outside the circle around. That gives me my 0 there, leaving me with x equals 12. And since nothing is attached to x, you are done. Quick and easy, right? You will notice number 2 looks a bit different because the fraction bar is only underneath the x and the 7. So when I circle what I'm solving for, that's all that goes inside the circle. Drop my line, I look to the outside of the circle and I have a plus 1. I undo a plus 1 by subtracting 1 on both sides. 1 minus 1 gives me a 0, leaving me with x divided by 7. 3 minus 1 is 2. Still circling what I'm solving for. How do I get rid of a divide by 7? Multiply by 7. Those cancel, and I have x is 14. We're going to skip down, and we're going to do number 4. Number 4 is identical to number 1, as the fraction bar goes across the plus 4 and the divide by 4, which means when I circle what I'm solving for, I made a boo-boo there. When I circle what I'm solving for, the equals is not involved in that circle, but the rest of it is, which means I'm going to multiply first. I got to get rid of the divide by 4, so I'm going to do so by multiplying by 4 on both sides. Those cancel, and I have 4 plus k equals negative 4. Circling what I'm solving for, how do I get rid of a plus 4? I subtract 4. And k equals negative 8. Flip it over, take a look at the back side. Number 22. This is where things get a little on the complicated side. I'm going to cross multiply just like I did yesterday, which means I'm going to have 8 times that entire quantity equals whatever I cross multiply the other two corners with. 9 times 7 is 63. Now I'm going to start by dropping my line. I can't circle what I'm solving for yet. I got to get rid of the distributive property. I need to get rid of my parentheses, which means I'm going to do 8 times n and then 8 times 2. How do I write 8 times n? 8n. What is 8 times 2? 16. And since I haven't done anything on the other side, it still equals 63. Circling what I'm solving for, what needs to move first? The 8's located on the inside of the circle, so it doesn't move first. That plus 16's got to go first. So I'm going to minus 16 from both sides. My 8n gets brought down. 63 minus 16 is a 47. Still circling, how do I get rid of the n? Divide by 8, divide by 8, and n equals 47 divided by 8, which does not reduce. You may in fact turn it into a decimal if you would like. That part is up to you. My answer key is in both fraction and decimal. We're going to do one more together, that way you're set to go. We do this the exact same way. We cross multiply, so I'm going to have 10 times that entire quantity of x plus 10, and then I'm going to do 4 times 3 is 12. Drop my line. Distribute. 10 times x is 10x. 10 times 10 is 100. I got ahead of myself. Hold on, please. Circle what it is we're solving for. What moves first? I gotta get rid of that plus 100, so I'm going to minus 100 from both sides. Leaving me with my 10x equals 12 minus 100, which is a negative 88. How do I get rid of the 10? Divide by 10. 10 divided by 10 gives me 1x. Negative 88 divided by 10 is a negative 8.8. Let me know if you have questions. These are called proportions if you went to YouTube to find other videos for it.